Hi friends, I wanted to show you a game that you guys could play that has to do with the counting jar and a deck of cards. If you don't have a deck of cards, you can make your own cards 1 through 10. Just do it 2 times, so you have 20 cards altogether, 1 through 10. If you use a deck of cards, take out your face card, so you're just using the cards with the numbers. And you can also use dice if you want to. I'll show you how to use it with a deck of cards, and then I'll explain it if you have dice at home that you want to use. So what we're going to do is, with the deck of cards, I'm going to pick a card on top. So this card is 5. So in my first jar, I have 5 pennies. And I'm going to pick another card in my deck to tell me how many I'm left with. So I'm either going to add pennies or take away pennies, depending on what this card is. So this card is 3. So I had 5 pennies, and now I have 3 pennies. So I'm going to draw 3 pennies. So 5 is more than 3. That tells me that in this problem, I subtracted. And I want to know how many I subtracted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 away from my 5. So I'm going to cross off 3. 1, 2, 3. So I ended up subtracting 2. Okay, I can also write my number sentence. 5 minus 2 equals 3. I can draw another picture to make sure I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take away 2, and I'm left with 3. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to show you guys one more time, and then I'm going to put one up here for you to work on, and then we'll check it together. All right, so here is my other card. I'm going to put plus minus again. All right, so this card is 3 again. So I'm going to draw 3 pennies in my first jar. And my next card is 6. So now I have 6. So I started off with 3 pennies in my jar. Did I add or did I subtract? I ended up with 6. 6 is more than 3. So I must have added. So if you said added, you're right. I added some more, and now I have 6. So I'm going to write my number sentence. 3 plus what number? It's going to give me 6. So over here, I'm going to circle the 3 that I already had. So I already had 3. Let me do it in a different color. I already had 3. So 1, 2, 3. That's the 3 that was in my jar before, and I'm left with 3. Good job. So my unknown number is 3. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. I'm going to draw my picture. 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3. Let's count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that does equal 6. All right, I'm going to do one. I'm going to have you work on it. Remember, if you want, you can use real pennies. You can use goldfish. You can use anything that you have at your house. It doesn't even have to be pennies. If you have dimes or nickels. Little cars. Anything that you have at your house. Right, am I adding or am I subtracting? So the number that I'm starting with is 5. We really like to use the same numbers over again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the number that I'm getting to is 9. So I'm just going to actually write these on top. 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So think of the word problem. Did I add more or did I subtract more? Okay, you're right. I added more. So what would my number sentence be? So my number sentence is 5 plus what number equals 9? Okay, so I want you to solve the unknown. What number plus 5 is going to give me 9? If your answer was 4, you are correct. And I'm going to show you how I know. I'm going to circle away 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4. So I added 4 to my jar. I can also count on from here. So I can say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and see how many pink I added. And I added 1, 2, 3, 4, and I added 4. Okay, let's just do, I know I said this was the last one, but I feel like we should just do one more. I hope you guys are having fun at home. We miss you so much. We know that it's so hard to be learning while at home and not having us there for you. But we are there for you, and if you guys have any questions ever, you can just leave on Class Dojo, or you can call your teacher. All right, let's start. So my first number is 10. So I'm going to write that number right here. I'm going to draw my 10 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And my next number is 6. So I had 10, and now I only have 6. So I want you to think, am I adding or am I subtracting? And how do you know? How do you know if I'm adding or subtracting? Okay, so if you said subtraction, you are right. And the reason why we are subtracting is because 6 is less than 10. So I started with 10 and now I have 6, which means some were taken away. Okay, let's, I want you to think about what my number sentence would be. What would my number sentence be? So if you said 10 minus blank equals 6, then you are correct. Now let's solve for the unknown. Okay, there's multiple ways that you can do this. I love the number 10. It's so easy because we have 10 fingers, okay? And I'm left with 6, so I'm just gonna put down 6 fingers. Those are the pennies that I'm left with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and what's left is 4. So 10 minus 4 equals 6. I can also use the pictures in my jar. So I already made 10 circles here, and I'm gonna just take away 6 to see how many I actually took away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what I'm left with over here is 4. So 10 minus 4 equals 6. So if you're at home, if you have a deck of cards, you can take out the face cards. Face cards are the jacks, the queens, the kings. I did leave aces in here. You can use an ace as a 1. If you don't have a deck of cards, remember you can always make your own, and that will fill some time for you too. Or you can use dice. If you're using dice, use 2 dice, roll 2 at the same time, see what that number is. Okay, so if it's 12, you can start with a higher number. You'll start with 12. And then you'll roll the dice again, 2 dice again, and see what number you get. And you'll do the same thing. So your first number might be 12, and your second number might be 8. So you're going to see if you're either adding or subtracting. Okay, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave a comment or send a message to your teacher. Hope you guys have fun. See you later. Bye.